Have you ever felt a sudden surge of fear when a spider crawled by? Or maybe butterflies filled your stomach before a big presentation? We all experience fear. It's a natural human response to potential threats. But what happens when fear becomes irrational, debilitating, and centered around things most people wouldn't even bat an eye at? That's the world of phobias. Buckle up as we explore 10 phobias you won't believe exist.
Imagine this. You're waiting in line for coffee and your hand instinctively reaches for your phone, but it's not there. Panic sets in. Your heart races. You feel disconnected from the world.
For some, this isn't just a momentary inconvenience. It's a full-blown phobia known as nomophobia, the fear of being without a mobile phone or being in an area with no cell service. In our hyper-connected world, smartphones have become extensions of ourselves. There are lifelines to information, communication, and entertainment. So it's no surprise that being severed from that connection can trigger anxiety in many.
We associate colors with emotions: calming blue, passionate red, cheerful yellow. But what if a color, something so seemingly harmless, sparked intense fear and anxiety?
That's the reality for individuals with xanthophobia, the fear of the color yellow. Imagine a world where the cheerful hue of sunflowers, the vibrant yellow of a school bus, or even the golden glow of a sunset evoke feelings of dread and panic. For those with xanthophobia, these everyday sights can be debilitating. While the exact cause of xanthophobia is unknown, like many phobias, it's believed to stem from a combination of genetic predisposition, learned behavior, and past experiences. Some researchers speculate that early negative associations with the color yellow, such as a traumatic event involving a yellow object, could contribute to the development of this phobia. Living with xanthophobia can be challenging, requiring constant vigilance to avoid the dreaded color.
Pizza, pasta, grilled cheese sandwiches, these cheesy delights are culinary staples for many. But for someone with turophobia, the mere thought of cheese can send shivers down their spine.
Turophobia is the intense, irrational fear of cheese, and it can significantly impact a person's life. Imagine attending a social gathering and being confronted with a charcuterie board laden with various cheeses, a nightmare for someone with turophobia. This phobia can lead to social isolation, dietary restrictions, and significant anxiety in situations where cheese is present. The smell, texture, or taste of cheese can be overwhelming for some, triggering a phobic response.
We're taught from a young age the importance of washing our hands, taking showers, and maintaining personal hygiene. But for some, the thought of bathing or cleaning triggers intense fear and anxiety.
This isn't just about disliking water, it's about a phobia known as Ablutophobia, the fear of bathing, washing, or cleaning. Imagine a world where the simple act of stepping into a shower or washing your hands fills you with overwhelming dread.
For those with Ablutophobia, these everyday tasks can feel insurmountable. This phobia can manifest in various ways, from avoiding showers and baths to neglecting hand washing, leading to social isolation and potential health risks. Traumatic experiences related to water, such as near-drowning experiences or accidents in the bathtub, can play a significant role. Additionally, underlying anxiety disorders, obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, can sometimes manifest as ablutophobia. Treatment often involves a combination of therapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, to address the underlying anxiety, and gradual exposure therapy to help individuals confront their fear in a safe and controlled environment. Our navels, often overlooked remnants of our time in the womb, are generally considered unremarkable. But for those with omphalophobia, belly buttons are a source of intense fear and disgust.
This phobia can manifest in various ways, from avoiding touch and sight of belly buttons to experiencing panic attacks at the mere thought of them. Imagine cringing at the sight of someone in a crop top, or feeling a wave of nausea while watching a movie scene where a belly button is prominently displayed.
This seemingly irrational fear can significantly impact a person's life, limiting social interactions, clothing choices, and even intimate relationships. Living with omphalophobia can be isolating, as individuals often feel reluctant to discuss their fear due to its unusual nature. From strong jawlines to prominent chins, facial features often play a significant role in our perceptions of beauty and character. But for individuals with geniophobia, chins evoke not admiration, but intense fear and anxiety.
This peculiar phobia can manifest as a fear of all chins, including one's own, or a specific aversion to certain types of chins, such as pointy or double chins. Imagine feeling a surge of panic when someone with a strong jawline leans in to talk, or avoiding eye contact with people whose chins you find particularly unsettling.
This phobia can lead to social anxiety, difficulty maintaining eye contact, and even impact career choices, as individuals may shy away from professions that involve public speaking or close interactions. Living with geniophobia can be isolating, as individuals often feel self-conscious about their fear and reluctant to discuss it with others. Peanut butter, a classic comfort food, a staple in lunchboxes, and a source of culinary inspiration. But for some, this beloved spread evokes not cravings but dread.
Arachibutyrophobia, the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth, might sound like a joke, but for those who experience it, this phobia is a sticky situation indeed.
Imagine the feeling of peanut butter clinging to the roof of your mouth, that lingering sensation that sends shivers down your spine.
For individuals with Arachibutyrophobia, this sensory experience is amplified, triggering intense anxiety, disgust, and even panic attacks. Living with Arachibutyrophobia can be challenging, requiring careful food choices and constant vigilance to avoid the dreaded peanut butter.
The English language is a tapestry of words, from simple monosyllables to complex multisyllabic wonders. But what if encountering a long word filled you with dread? That's the ironic reality for those with Hippopotomonstrosesquipedaliophobia, the fear of long words.
Imagine feeling a surge of anxiety when you encounter a word like floccinaucinihilipilification or pneumono-ultra-microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. For individuals with Hippopotomonstrosesquipedaliophobia, these linguistic behemoths are more than just a mouthful. They are a source of genuine fear and discomfort. The irony, of course, is that the very name of the phobia is itself a tongue twister of epic proportions. This often leads to humorous situations where individuals struggle to articulate their fear without triggering it.
Swallowing, a seemingly simple act so fundamental to our existence that we rarely give it a second thought. But for those with phagophobia, the fear of swallowing, this essential bodily function becomes a source of intense anxiety and distress.
Imagine the feeling of food getting stuck in your throat, that moment of panic as you struggle to swallow. For individuals with phagophobia, this fear is constant, turning every meal into a battle against anxiety. They may avoid certain foods, restrict their diet to liquids, or even experience full-blown panic attacks at the thought of swallowing.
The causes of phagophobia are complex and varied, often stemming from a combination of psychological and physiological factors. Some individuals may have experienced a traumatic choking incident in the past, leading to a conditioned fear response to swallowing. Living with phagophobia can significantly impact a person's quality of life, affecting their physical health, social interactions, and emotional well-being. Teenagers, with their boundless energy, evolving identities, and sometimes unpredictable behavior, are often seen as a force of nature. But for those with Ephebiphobia, the fear of teenagers, this stage of life evokes not nostalgia, but anxiety, dread, and even disgust.
Imagine feeling a surge of panic when you encounter a group of teenagers at the mall, or crossing the street to avoid walking past a high school. For individuals with Ephebiphobia, these everyday encounters can be terrifying, leading to avoidance behaviors, social isolation, and a diminished quality of life.
The roots of Ephebiphobia are complex and multifaceted, often stemming from a combination of social, cultural, and personal experiences. Negative stereotypes and portrayals of teenagers in the media, often depicting them as rebellious, disrespectful, or even dangerous, can contribute to the development of this fear. Personal experiences, such as being bullied or harassed by teenagers in the past, can also play a significant role. These negative encounters can create a lasting association between teenagers and feelings of fear or anxiety.
From the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth, to the dread of encountering a teenager, we've journeyed through 10 of the most bizarre phobias out there. But beyond the initial shock, and let's be honest, the occasional chuckle, lies a deeper understanding of the human experience. Phobias, no matter how unusual, are very real and often debilitating for those who live with them.